Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Karen, Lavender Clothesline, and sometimes I wonder, would it really be my channel if I didn't say that? Recently, I ran into somebody that knew me from the channel, and they repeated that back to me before I even got to meet them and say hello. So I guess it's a thing. I guess it wouldn't be my channel if I didn't say that. But anyway, today is Thursday. We are getting a ton of snow here in Pennsylvania. I know most of the country, different states have been hit. A lot of people, a lot of our friends suffering in Texas. I hope you guys are okay. And today here in Pennsylvania, we have another, I'm just looking at my front window, I'm going to say this is another 8 inches and it's still snowing. So today I am home. I'm going to do this haul. I went to Goodwill on Monday. Yep, Monday. I was the first one in the store. Surprise, surprise. I was excited. Yep, after 8 years of thrifting, still totally excited to be doing this for a living and making a full-time living. Now, this is not to say this is what money I bring home, but again, I grossed well over 100,000 on eBay. Super grateful. And that's besides YouTube and Facebook Marketplace and a couple other irons in the fire. So very happy to be doing this for a living. Not that it doesn't come with a ton of problems and work. I feel like some days I'm just going fire to fire, putting out fires of different issues that customers have or eBay glitches. But for the most part, I am just thrilled to go thrifting, grab a cart, and go up and down those aisles and hunt for treasure. So today we have a whole table before us, we meaning you guys and me, and we're going to look at tribal art. I have never bought this, I don't think, in my 8 years. So, okay, so I grab a cart. I'm in Goodwill, right? And I'm pretty much the only customer in the store in hard goods by that point. It's like 9:02, the store had just opened. And I go down the green aisle for some reason, and I'm scoping it out, and I'm not really seeing anything. And I turn the corner onto the brown aisle. I think it goes from green to brown. I should know this by now. I'm up and down these aisles 100 times. But anyway, so I go onto the brown wood aisle, and there laid out like a little present is all of these wooden carved tribal art, masks, animals, all of this different stuff. Right away, I have to make that decision because customers are going to be coming in the store any minute. Do I take it all? Do I take 1 or 2 pieces? I know nothing. But here's the thing. This is the way my mind works, scary as it is. I pay between $2 and $5. That's generally what I pay per item in a thrift store. Yard sale, I pay less. Auction, I pay more. But in a thrift store, a good solid thrift store, I will pay between $2 and $5 a piece. So if I pick up 20 pieces, even at the highest amount of $5, it's $100. I can afford to spend that. I can afford to lose it. But you know, I never feel like I'm going to lose it because say I pick up 1 piece and it's $5. I'm pretty sure if I'm putting it in my cart that that item is good enough to sell for at least 10. That's my thinking. I always explain it that way. Now, could I have run comps? I could have, but these items would have been very hard because there's no markings, there's no anything. So I'm going to grab this first item. You'll get a gist of what I'm talking about. Grab yourself a cup of tea and let's get started. All right, so the first piece we're going to talk about, well, first before we start, let me get a drink of water. My allergies are killing me this year. I don't know what it is, whether it's the dust I bring into the house for the amount of fiber I bring in, that's probably it. So if you ever see my eyes really bloodshot or you hear my raspy voice, it's allergies. So I'm going to drink throughout this video. Hope that's okay, just to be able to keep, you know, speaking clearly. All right. The first one we're going to look at is this piece. Now this is a large mask, wooden mask. And I think this might be maybe a fertility statue on top of it. So that was the first one, or one of the first items that I saw. And you can see on the back that it has this little string hanger attached to it. It is 1 piece of wood. So this is carved from a continuous piece. This is not different pieces joined together. Now, let me just say, as I always say, I don't know a lot about anything. So when I see something like this, my first assumption, boy, the dust is flying. Maybe that's why I have allergies. My assumption is that this is from a store like World Trade Market or 10,000 Villages, which we have local to us. If you don't know 10,000 Villages, they are a company that does fair trade practices. They buy from like Asia, Africa, different countries, and they do a fair trade. They have a lot of like sustainable stuff, less waste, all of those type of things. So it could have been that 10,000 Villages donated old inventory from when they were shut down last year. That's just a guess. So these items might be contemporary, meaning that they were made for the souvenir trade, or I don't even know if I would consider 10,000 Villages a souvenir trade. It'd be more like just a fair trade. But that is item number one. And like I said, there's no markings on this. You can see where it was chiseled with a I don't imagine this is a hand tool. I guess it would have to be. I'm guessing probably power tools. Now there is a lot of dust on it. So when I say contemporary, I don't mean like it was, you know, it was in the store this week or this month. Probably this was hanging out somewhere in a warehouse or whatever, and the dust is quite thick. So that tells me that it was not on a store shelf for public consumption, you know, last week. I don't think so. That's what I base it on. But that is item number one. And if you guys know anything about African art, Indonesian art, tribal masks, carved animals, leave your comments down below. I learned so much for you guys and I appreciate it. All right, so we have two more pieces about that big. This is the next piece. And again, it just has a simple like screw nail in it with a piece of hanger. The hanger is broken. I don't see any countries marked on it. This one seems, now we're gonna go down a rabbit hole with my imaginings. This one seems more like Polynesia or something like that, a little more islandy to me. And I think these pieces are wonderful. I don't think you necessarily have to decorate your house with all African art. I love when pieces from different countries are mixed in, gives it a real ethnic vibe, bohemian, really beautiful. And I think somebody's gonna want these. Now the big pieces I'm showing you, I'm putting on Facebook Marketplace. I'm over shipping stuff like this through eBay, even though these are pretty sturdy. I don't think these are very breakable. So let me hold it back. So there is number two, and I'm gonna grab number three and hold it at the same time. This is the biggest one I got. So I picked up this one. I'm gonna put this one down now. All right, so I put that one down. And again, no markings on the back, but this is carved all from one piece of wood. So one tree. So I don't think that these are copies. Like I don't think like Macy's is making these. I think these are from a fair trade practice. All guesses. I love this one. I think this one is fantastic. So I'm gonna do it slowly so you guys can see. So you can tell it's a face. Here's the mouth and the eyes, and a turtle is on his totem pole. I don't even know what to call this. But I said yes to these. Now the bigger ones, I think I paid $3.99. So I paid $4 a piece. So I think I'm gonna lot, sorry about the dust guys. I think I'm gonna lot the three bigger ones together and sell them as a group on Facebook Marketplace. I imagine maybe $60, $70, something like that. And we'll see how we do. We'll see if we get a lot of response. All right, the next two pieces that I'm gonna show are painted pieces. And I will probably lot these two together and put them on eBay. Again, you can see the chisel marks. I hope the camera picks that up. And look how beautiful these are. Now, are these like super old or, you know, antiques? I don't think so. I really think these are contemporary, but again, they have quite a bit of dust on them. So I'm gonna be very vague in my eBay listing. I'm not gonna take guesses and put it as facts. I did run comps a little bit, and I just put in something like African masks or, you know, tribal masks, things like that. The old ones, of course, the genuine antiques just bring crazy high money as we would expect it. But there are quite a few fair trade, souvenir, for souvenir trade type items like this. And a lot of these do very well. So I got these two. I think these two were, this was $2.99 and this was $1.99. So let's take this one for example. For $2, can I flip this into 20 or 25? I think so. For the two of them, $5, can I turn 5 into 40? I think so. Easy to ship, lightweight, and I think somebody's going to want these. That's my thinking. I do have to do research because as I pick up things I don't know a lot about, it's smart to do my research even if I only learn one or two things, or if I learn what to look for the better higher end ones, if that makes sense. So I was thrilled. I really like this. And I don't know if I'd hang these in my house. They don't really go with my house, but I really appreciated the art of them. The next two pieces up are my favorites. I'm thinking maybe I will keep these, probably not, but if I was going to keep some of them, these would be them. The sun and the moon. Look how good these are. Do we love these? Yes, we do. I love the expression. It's amazing to me that such a simple carved art piece of art, I mean simple meaning I can't do this, but there's not a lot of detail in the carving. They can get so much expression in the face. Look how good this is. Reminds me a little of Jackie Gleason. Now I'm just getting crazy. But look how good these are. Do we love these? I love these. So I said yes to these, $1.99 each, $4 for the two. I would probably ask, now this one has damage before I say how much I would ask. So this one, and I knew that in the store, this one has a little bit of chipping, but I don't think that hurts it that much because when it's flat against the wall, I don't think your eye is going to be drawn to where the pieces have cracked off. I'm thinking for the two, probably 45, something like that. Unless I comp it and there's like 4 gajillion of them on there, then you have to adjust your price, but I love these, and I think these are older. Again, made from one piece of wood, and I'm going to see if the camera will zoom on the amount of dust on these. So I'm going to see if it, can you guys see the dust on there? I don't know if the camera will pick that up. There is so much dust in these grooves that I'm thinking this was sitting on a wall somewhere because the dust fell straight down. That's my dust theory. All right, next up, let's switch to carved animals. Again, sorry guys. Again, this is one of my favorites. And look at the expression in the face. So we have this guy. Isn't this really good? I love him. And he's got, again, I'm gonna have to clean out in there. He's got like cobweb or dust in his mouth. These are so cool. Now, I don't know what wood this is. This, I'm going to guess, might be teak. You know, there are so many woods, you know, so many trees or species, I should say, around the world. Who can learn it all? I have been trying, but it is a thing. So, and how many countries are there, like, say, in Africa? I think Africa has, like, over 50, 52, 54. Somebody quickly Googled that. How many countries are in Africa? So imagine the different trees, right? So I'm not even going to try to guess at the wood. There was a rabbit hole. All right. I love him. He is great. So I got him. He's number 1 animal. The first animal, I should say. I got this giraffe mask. Thought this was really great. And you know what? I'm probably going to lot this guy along with, oops, hope that wasn't too loud, with a hanging trio. So there's an elephant. Look how good this is. And what are we saying? A cheetah or a leopard and a zebra. And I don't see any damage to them. Oh, this one's got a sticker. Yay! It's the first one I saw with a sticker. Hand carved by the craftsmen of Kenya. Made in Kenya for decorative purposes only. In other words, don't serve food on them. Yay! Our first identification, Kenya. So I guess there are people over in Kenya that might be carvers for a living, and maybe they participate in the fair trade market. So I will lot this together, most likely with the giraffe, so those all go together. Okay, so this one is a rhino. And look how good he is. These are beautiful. Very simply done, but really, 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 triple really pretty. I really like these. So I got the rhino, who again has dust all over him. Has dust all over him. All right, what else? We have a few more masks, and then that's it. That's the haul. So how many pieces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I have 16 pieces if I'm counting correct. All right. This one seemed a little bit more for kind of like, I don't know, kind of souvenir-y. It doesn't, because this material is glued on it. I mean, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but I don't know that this is as nice as like the carved fish. Now, what am I basing that on? Absolutely nothing. But look at the fish, right? He really seems like so proportioned. I mean, it looks like a real fish. He kind of looks like a person swimming along. And this one is nice. I like it, but with the dress, I don't know. It just seems a little bit more like it's just for the trade. I don't know what I'm talking about. Can you tell? All right. We've got a mask. This is my least favorite because I'll tell you why. See all of this business? There is so much dust in this. This is probably why my allergies are killer right now. This is like a jute twine or a burlap. It's probably burlap that's been unraveled. And it is a carved mask. Again, each piece is carved from a single piece of wood. I love that. Yeah, this is probably what's giving me allergies because the dust is just flying off of this. I do like the shape of this, and it kind of looks like maybe a war mask. And I would put it over my face for fun, but this isn't going on my face. I'd be sneezing from here to kingdom come. All right, so I got that one. What else haven't I shown? I think, last one. Now this one I did comp because it was so different than the other ones. And I think this one might be Kenya also. And I thought this was very unique. So there is the back. One piece of wood, round shape. And I'm not exactly sure how they're coloring. It's not paint, how they're coloring. Maybe they're using some kind of dye, you know, dye made from a plant material. But I thought that was kind of cool. This almost reminds me of an alien, kind of like, I don't know, like a mix, like a cyborg. I don't know about those things. I'm just making it up, but you know what I'm talking about. So I thought this was kind of cool. Okay, that would be great if your kids misbehave. Picture that as a mom and your kids are misbehaving and you strap this on your face. That would get them in line. So this one he's sticking out his tongue. Okay, so that is all my knowledge, a big fat zero, what I know about this stuff. Okay, we're gonna end on this note. Now, if you have sensitive hearing, either lower your volume right now or walk away from your computer or television, whatever you're watching me on, because this is very loud and I don't know how to make it any lower. But this is a bell. And this was sitting with this other stuff. So I'm gonna ring it. And I think this is called a claw bell. And it's a temple, I think a temple claw bell. So I'm gonna ring this. There's a way to call the kids to dinner. And it is all carved. Again, if this stuff, if all of these items came from a fair trade store, you know, a World Market or the 10,000 Villages, maybe this came with it. Or this could be somebody's collection. There's that too, but I'm kind of thinking no. So I don't know why I think that. All right, that is the video for today. Thank you so much, guys, for all of your encouragement. I love you guys. You guys have been emailing me and sharing your stories and following me on Instagram. And I believe I just hit 31,000. Is that what I am up to? 31,000 subscribers. I should know this. On YouTube. So thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. And as always, go out and get what's yours.